why you should go dual pulley is things like this. Real quick, ready? Yo, that knocked my head back, bro. This shit hooked and look. People, welcome back. How are you guys doing? Let's go ahead and talk about stage 2 plus dual pulley. Is it worth it? How much I spent to go stage 2 dual pulley? A lot of people ask, and should you? The most noticeable difference I felt was when I went stage 1 from stock. That gave me, well, it was to the crank was about 90 to 100, but you know, to the wheels definitely different. But that's what it says on, you know, paper and stuff like that. But that was the most noticeable difference I felt going to stage 1. Stage 2, just kind of sharpen it up, because then you should definitely do, what the fuck was that? But stage 2, you should definitely do like the DSG, transmission tune, flash, whatever you want to call it. And it'll kind of help out, dial in the power, the shifts, the timing, and everything and such. But when I went stage 1, I didn't do the DSG tune yet. So, you know, I didn't get the full benefit. I was waiting to go stage 2 to do that, which I did. So stage 1, most noticeable difference. You're gonna feel the most difference with stage 1, especially if you have an intake, because it just wakes up the car. The whine is just crazy. It whines like a freaking little Hellcat, everybody wanna call it. Baby Hellcat, right? No, I'm just kidding. We are our own beast. We are our own species, you know what I mean? Sorry if I'm breathing hard. It is cold as hell out, guys. Like, it's freaking 30 degrees out. You know, it's Christmas time here in the East Coast. It's cold as shit. It's, you know, not snowing yet. You can't even tell, but it's cold as shit. Cold as heck. I'm sorry. Excuse my language. But yeah, most noticeable stage 1. I went to stage 2 right after that. Did the DSG flash. Helped out a lot, but I actually skipped stage 2 and I went to stage 2 plus. Now, when you go stage 2, you would have to put on a smaller supercharger pulley, which, let me pop the hood and show you guys here. But you would have to put on a smaller supercharger pulley and then get the tune, and it'll help dial it in 100% better. You can't even see right now. And sorry if my engine bay is dirty, but the smaller supercharger would be right there. I skip all that and went with a bigger crank pulley that equals out to the same ratio as a dual pulley, because you have to go with a smaller supercharger pulley and a different crank pulley to get the correct ratio to go stage 2. So I just went ahead and put the bigger crank pulley underneath, which was a 207, and you can definitely run dual pulley file, which I did at the same time when we did when we replaced the whole catalytic converter with test pipes and everything. So yeah, I suggest you to just go to stage 2 plus. I mean, it really comes down to preference. If people, there's like different pulleys and sizes that you can change around and kind of like test out to see what ratio, where you want to run your car at and whatever. So it's all come down to preference. But when I went to stage 2 plus, I wanted to save the time and money and just put a bigger crank pulley, which was solid, and test pipes. But eventually, when I went with porta blower, I swapped out my supercharger pulley and the crank pulley, because why not? Because the supercharger was out. So I just slapped on a different crank pulley, different supercharger pulley. But I'm gonna go ahead and change out the crank pulley again to a different size. So stay tuned for that. I'm gonna update you guys on that. I don't know if anybody watched my videos, but I mentioned like my top 3 performance mod and cost and whatever. When I said the tune, how much the tune costs and everything, that was for stage 2 plus with DSG. So just the ECU flash stage 2 plus, I said around like $800-900. DSG transmission flash would be around $300 to $400. I'll double check for you guys and let you guys know. But yeah, so I roughly around $1,000, $1,200, $1,300 to go stage 2 flash with DSG. Totally worth it. Helps the DSG flash helps the car dialed in, and you honestly can't go stage 2 or even stage 2 plus without doing your transmission tune. So definitely want to do that. It helps out your car a lot, helps the shifts and everything. I'm sure most people already know that, but not a lot of people know, you know what I mean? So that's why we're helping out the new guys in the community and stuff like that, spreading love, positivity. But yeah, totally worth it. $1,200-1,300 stage 2 plus. That's not counting labor, putting on your depending on if you do it yourself or not, like putting on your intake, freaking doing spark plugs and catalytic converter test pipes and all that good stuff. If you do it yourself, then it saves you more money, which I did most things myself. But I had a good friend who did most of the big jobs on my car, like the freaking trans, the test pipes and such like that, because that's what he does for a living. So the guy did it without breaking a sweat. Check the videos out if anybody needs any tips or helpful information that I might provide for you guys. Go ahead and check out my previous videos and whatnot. I'm just trying, you know what I mean? But stage 2 plus dual pulley, solid, definitely worth it. Wakes the car up a lot, and there's still a little bit more room and power to squeeze out right now. I never got the car dyno, so I can't really tell you an exact number, but she should be around, I don't know, I say 400 to the wheels, and it's saying around like 500 to the crank. So I'm not running E mixture at all yet. I still need to get a bigger throttle body. There's port injection meth, all this crazy stuff that people are doing, but with me, I'm trying to keep it reliable, fast and solid at the same time. But at the same time, I like to enjoy each little modification that I kind of equip to the car, so you kind of like notice and actually feel the difference. I don't really like buying cars that comes fully modified already, because then it just kind of takes the fun away from modifying a car. I mean, don't get me wrong, like that saves you a ton of money, and sometimes you can get hella good parts for hella cheap on a car. But I don't mind getting a car bone stock because I can kind of like do things to it myself, add modification to it and shit like that. Add your own little personal taste and touch to it. Give it your own characteristic to the car and whatnot. Hopefully me walking in a circle isn't giving y'all a headache or anything, but I feel like the lighting is dope. And you know, talking about the car, so why not give you guys like a little preview of how far I've come. But yeah, stage 2 plus dual pulley, you should definitely do it. I'm pretty sure most people go to stage 2, stage 3 like immediately. You know, like everybody just want to be faster shit nowadays. But yeah, your stage 1 is where you will feel the most biggest difference in power wise and everything. Like it just wakes up the car. It felt like a whole different animal. And if you do the DSG flash, it really helps the shifts and everything too. Like it just makes to sharpen up the car, you know what I mean? But yeah, my intake was probably like $300. So 300 plus 1400. Intake, tune, you will hear the car whines like crazy, bro. Like super crazy. I have a video down below. Go ahead and check that out. There's I do tons of pulls and all that stuff in my videos. If you watch my videos, you would definitely see it. You know what I mean? We'll probably go do a pull here in a little bit once we dip out of here. I don't want to be rowdy because there was like a security parked all the way up there. He's probably like, what the hell is this guy doing? So I'm not gonna do anything crazy right now. I'm not trying to get like called in for some shit, you know what I mean? Like, they don't play right now. The ops are on lock right now. Like, y'all people fucked it up for the car seat. Yeah, sorry if my voice sounds crazy. It's cold as hell out. Trying to catch my breath. Like, I feel like I'm breathing in freaking ice in my lungs right now. But yeah, what else is there to say? Definitely worth it. Go stage 2, baby. As you can see, if you watch my videos and see the progress and the journey of this car, you will see that you know how far I've came. To be continued. Thank you for watching. Thank you for locking in, everybody. Day 1. Thank you. Hope I don't bore you guys. I'm trying. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys want to see. What else I should do. There's not much that goes on around here, so you know. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.